I just had a weird one, and it was weird. I got sent to a place called the Native Friendship Center, and I picked up a man there, a younger man, well, quite a bit younger than me, and he was talking about people giving him signals, and people giving him the thumbs up, and people giving him signals. And I'm going, okay, maybe he's schizophrenic, whatever. So I drove him to around the corner, and he said that somebody gave him a signal from the window in a house that was over there. I'm going, oh, well, no, I don't think so. And then we drove another block, and there was somebody backing out of somewhere. He says, let them back out first. And I go, okay, well, the guy isn't backing out, he was just pulling out. And it was a van with some ladders on top of it. And the van went, he said, just follow him. I said, okay. So I followed him. And followed him to a Indian restaurant, and I got a call. And after the Indian restaurant, he asked the guy driving the van if he can go with him. And the guy in the van said, I don't understand. And that was the end of that part. Then he wanted to go make a right. So we made a right. We went all the way downtown. And he says, I want to see what these people are doing. And I said, well, I don't know. It turned out that they were all going straight. And because we were at a traffic light, and they all went straight. And he says, can you turn left at the next corner? And I said, no, because it's a one-way street going the wrong way, but I can take a left at the next corner after that, and I can take you that way. He says, I want to go where there's some woods and some serene and quiet. I don't want people around. Okay. Anyway, we looked and looked and looked, and I ended up dropping him off at the top of Mount Tolmie Park, because that was his kind of place. There were so many other places that he didn't like. He didn't like it at the beach because there were cars parked there with people in them. And he didn't like it at the university. There's lots of woods and ground, you know, but he was scared of security. And he had a big duffel bag with him, and he had a bag full of food. Anyways, I dropped him off on top of Mount Tolmie, or almost all the way up there. I hadn't been up there for years. They changed it around a little. Anyway, the bill was $61.60 for having this crazy guy in my car for an hour. Well, more later. Didn't think you'd see this place, eh? When was the last time I took somebody up here? Maybe a month ago? I know it's been a while. But here we are at the airport. I just dropped off somebody who's going to work up north. He was working at the sewage treatment plant up until a couple of weeks ago when he quit. And now he got a job up north doing offshore something or other. Which is cool and which is great. I did not think I would get a run to the airport. The place is quite deserted. I think there might be one plane going out in the morning, or two planes, I don't know. Excuse me. I'm tired of driving. I had that one crazy guy, and I had a couple other crazy fares, but that one crazy guy was the real kicker. And yeah, $470 for, what was it, 10 hours of work. Now the time is 5:07. I guess maybe 10 and a half hours of work, because I wasn't at work on time. And it was 11 hours. It's 11 hours since the beginning of the shift, and I was not at work on time. Yep. That was the Sunday night. Sunday night, first week of May. And look at this. We got daylight happening already. Although it's not very well focused. Come on, you thing, focus. Maybe if I stick it closer to the window. There, that's focused a little better. Isn't that beautiful? The morning sky like that. The sun's gonna come up right over there. Okay, I'll be back tomorrow. It's 5:44 in the morning and I am tired. It's been one of those nights where a lot of running around, a lot of rushing to go long distances to pick people up. I worked hard. I got just under $400 because a couple times I did have a long break, which was necessary. And now I've got my regular customer pestering me to lend her money and take her downtown. And I don't want to do it. I told her last time, I'm not lending you any more money. She doesn't get it. Oh, yeah. She's texting me again. It shows up on the screen above my image. Oh, fuck. She just... Oh, got another call. I'm gonna do it. Gonna do another call. Meanwhile, she's texting me and she's saying, are you on your way? Oh, come on. One more time. No. No. Too busy. Just too busy. Too busy. I'm going to break 400 now. I'm going to break 400 with this call. I know this call. I know this guy goes a good distance. And it's going to be the last one. After him, I'll be done. Yeah. This certainly is a lot of cars going into town for a place that is quarantined and people locked out and people not working and everyone staying at home. I had a slower night tonight. I only did about 220, but that's okay because I got to catch up on my sleep. The regular customer started pestering me again to lend her money and take her downtown, and I blocked her on the phone again. I don't need that. She's saying, I'll give you money on Friday, I'll give you money next week, I'll give you money, I'll give you money. I said, yeah, last time you said you'll give me money, you promised me 100, you gave me 60. That was not enough. You're borrowing more than you pay back. That doesn't put a dent in it. That makes it worse. I don't want to hear from you anymore. I'm sick and tired of this bullshit. That's the end of that. I blocked her. The only trouble is she can leave me voicemail, and then I have to listen to it to erase it. This is a lot of cars for a COVID lockdown thing, like I said. But yeah, it was a quieter Tuesday, and at one point my MDT went down, And a dispatcher called me and told me that I should reboot. He said, because he was trying to send me trips. Yeah, right. There weren't that many trips. Anyway, he rebooted, or I rebooted. Then I got sent on a trip and saw another cab leaving that place. And when I got in front of the house, I phoned. And there was no answer. I text messaged. I phoned again, no answer, nobody came out. So that other cab obviously took my customer. I can understand the scenario. Customer calls for taxi. Taxi takes a while to get there. Customer panics, calls another cab. Meanwhile, while the other cab has been called, the first cab arrives and picks her up. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. The other guy was taking a little longer. Because I was there pretty soon. I was there in 6-7 minutes. No way they would get impatient after 5 minutes. No way. So yeah. She called the other cab first and it didn't show up. Then she called me. That's a Friday night, Saturday night tactic. I don't usually get that happening on weeknights. But now because we don't have so many cars on the road, it happens. Okay, I'll be back tomorrow. It is now 6:11 a.m. on Thursday morning. I just worked all night, Wednesday night. It wasn't as insane busy as the earlier nights of the week, in that there were breaks between calls. And I'm gonna book off right now, I think. Let's see now. Book 990. Done. Okay, I'm done. It's finished. My night is done. Shut this thing off. I don't know. I got maybe about 300 on. I haven't counted it. This morning I was so tired that every time I would get a trip, I would fall asleep after the trip. And then I'd go back to my spot, watch a YouTube video, fall asleep, get another call and do it. For the last couple of trips there, I was almost dozing off at the wheel, which is not a good thing. I am quite exhausted. I'm glad it's time to go home because I'm bagged, completely bagged, tired. And the sun is coming up, and I'm driving right into it, or almost. I don't know what to say except I need my sleep. I'm gonna get kind of grumpy. At least the last customer was kind of woke me up a little bit. He was so animated about things like murder hornets, which are apparently taking over the bee population. And he was also talking about how this virus is all the reaction to this virus is bullshit, that everyone is in fear. Kids are being overprotected and they gotta be in a plastic bubble rather than get out there and get their skin knees and get sick and stuff. I don't think I'm making any sense right now. Morning on Friday, 5:44 in the morning. And I got, I don't know, 230, 240 on, something like that. It was a pretty slow night for most of it. I did get lucky a couple times. I had one where I got sent to a house where these two guys were speaking a language that I did not understand, and they seemed to be having an argument. And one of them gave the other one a bottle of water to drink from, and they were still arguing. And then finally the bigger one got in the car and said something to me. I didn't quite understand it, and then he sort of mumbled Bear Mountain. I go, oh, okay, Bear Mountain, no problem. So I said, do you prefer going down by way of Mackenzie or, you know, Man and Winchester? Not Winchester, Wilkinson. And the guy said, oh, you know, just do it your way. I'm a taxi driver too. Okay. And we got to a certain point, and we got to a red light and waited for the light to change. He says, do you know, where are you going? Where are you going? And I said, well, I'm going towards Bear Mountain, right? Well, we go down this way here, we take Wilkinson, and we get to the highway at the hospital, and we turn right. Oh, okay. So then we got down towards the highway, and we got on the highway. He was drunk anyway. He didn't seem to have any idea where he was. And another time, he's asking me again when we're on the highway, where are you going? Where are you going? I said, well, you're going to Bear Mountain, you know, near Costco and near the Home Depot. Yeah, he says. Okay, good. So then we got to the bottom of Bear Mountain, and I said, we turn left here? He said, yeah. So we turned left, and we drove for a while. He says, oh, the next left, you go on there. You take the next left. And then then there was a roundabout a little ways in there. And after the roundabout, he says, oh, just stop right here. I'm going in the house, and I'm gonna get you your money. It was $31 on the meter. He gave me $40. So that really helped. And I had another trip that was almost about the same length earlier on. In fact, just before that one. There was one old lady who got in the cab, and she moved really slow to get in the car to begin with. And once she was in the car, she wanted to go basically to the corner store. And she shuffled into the corner store and went slowly, and she got a few items and shuffled around inside the store. I was sitting there while the meter was ticking over and ticking over and ticking over. Ticked over to about $16 while I waited. And then she says, well, they don't have any paper towels, so I got to get some paper towels. Let's go to the gas station. So we went to the gas station around the corner, and she was shuffling around there and getting a few things, getting a newspaper and getting just a few things. And it was the same story again. She's shuffling around, and then finally we take her back home, and it's like $21.20, and she gave me $25. So that was kind of nice. She did kind of take her time, but you know, the last couple trips before that were no loads. And I think the government assistance money that people have been getting from the emergency fund is kind of wearing out. Oh, I got another call. I think I'll do this last one. This last call. And then after this last call, I'll go wash the car and do all that. Wash the car, detail the interior, fuel it, park it, you know, that kind of thing. And this guy wants me to go pick him up. Okay. Well, I don't think anything too exciting is going to happen in the next little while before I finish, so hope yours is better than mine.